Hey, Critic Boxers, welcome to Critic Box. I'm Jared. With me is the wonderful Silk of Cinema, Andrea. How you doing?
I don't even know why I started singing. I'm so sorry. I just get hyper. I'm
I know, and you
great.
start just moving your
I'm
head. I'm like,
great.
yeah, Andrea. And then you start singing. A bird lands on your finger. Like, go for it. So today's episode that we're eventually getting around to is we are going to be talking about Captain America: Brave New World. Before we get into some more minutia, let's talk about some reviews. Some reviews that we've read, reviews of people who have legitimately seen it. Let's cut to first one we got. Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times. He has said on Rotten Tomatoes, the pleasures offered in Captain America: Brave New World (B&W) are neither grand nor groundbreaking, but they're consistent and earned. Going deep on this one, Richard. Okay.
How
Apparently
can you?
saying,
Don't blame Richard. Don't come for Richard. You can't come
I'm
for
not.
Richard.
No,
He's exactly
no.
right.
Oh, okay. So pleasures are consistent and earned.
Yes.
Okay, that's
It is neither
cool.
new or
Cool.
groundbreaking.
No, no, neither near groundbreaking, but you know what? Is it worth your time? Richard Roper says yes. All right, next up, Nick Shager of the Daily Beast saying Ford's presence, along with a winning turn from Anthony Mackie as the patriotic titular character, makes this adventure a sturdy return to franchise form. Okay, okay, saying hey, new Captain America. This isn't the first foray for Anthony Mackie into the role, and apparently he's holding his own, being able to have his own movie.
Okay, Nick. Sure, Nick.
These seem like they're not rave reviews, but they're like, yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's
Like
not
it seems
that.
to be the steady. Those are the positive reviews I'm getting. Is like, yeah, not bad.
Well, because you're gonna give it to them because it's a Marvel movie, and
Yeah,
given the current state of what we deal with in reality, I mean, who really wants to speak badly about somebody who's black and who is named Captain America? I mean,
and I'm just gonna say, I will fucking fight anybody who poo-poos Anthony Mackie. That man is a treasure. Okay, I
he
have
is a
loved
national
everything
treasure.
he's been in. He's
National
wonderful.
treasure.
I cannot wait for Twisted Metal 2. Yes, Anthony Mackie, I'm on your side.
Hmm.
Okay, now let's get into some, let's just say, not the most positive reviews. Adam White of the Independent. He's British, so I'm going to do this in a terrible British accent. Brave New World is stuffed with callbacks to movies everyone seemed to agree were misfires upon release. It leaves the film not so much a reshuffling of the deck as a journey to nowhere, like switching rooms on the Titanic. Harsh, Adam. Damn.
Damn,
Okay.
Adam. Hi.
Okay. And hold him back, Adam.
Honestly, when an English person comes for you, they come.
There's nothing like a British clapback. I love it. Never change, UK. Final one from Robert Daniels of RogerEbert.com. A site surely has not lost direction after the passing of Roger and Ebert. It not only turns its hero into a magical Negro. In an effort to soothe white America's anger and hurt, it also asks its hero to grin and figuratively tap dance off screen.
Okay, so you know that conversation that we were just having before we started recording?
Yes, actually, yes. The thing we talked about before we hit the record button. Yes.
Yeah. Are y'all okay?
In
Americans, my
previous
friends, are you guys okay?
No,
Shit.
no. As an American, not in America, I'll tell you we're not okay. Hold
Oh
on.
my God. I mean,
I
okay, listen, I feel like that's extremely biased. I just feel like calling somebody a magical Negro, like, why can't he be a superhero? If like a white guy's a superhero, you don't call him well, they have a term for it. It's called white savior. But why not? Okay, so we
Yes.
have white saviors and magical Negroes. What's the problem? Like, let me have my magical Negro.
This was touched upon because I did watch the Falcon and Winter Soldier miniseries that came out like 4 years ago, where they did touch upon how there was a previous Captain America who was black. He was kind of waiting in the wings. If the actual Captain America didn't work out, he's going to be the replacement. But then they shelved him because he's black, because of American history. And so it was touched upon of how other older black people were talking to Sam Wilson about like, oh, do this for the good of all of us, not just because the government wants basically a magical Negro. And so this was touched upon on the TV series.
I think it was Winter Soldier, where it was the Captain America movie where Chris Evans, Captain America, gives.
Did you just say Captain America? Okay, maybe I misheard you. Go ahead. Play it back. Producers, whenever, like, for the recording, please play that back in slow motion.
Chris Evans, Captain America.
Tell us about Captain America.
Okay. Like, that never happens to you. Whatever. Okay, it happened.
All the time.
That is like a storyline they've explored and they've toyed with before. I like the fact that they played with that storyline. I like the fact, I feel like that's bold. So the other guy who was saying that they weren't bold, that was bold, because at the time, what that movie represented was a lot of what Black people thought. Like, why would anybody want to be a superhero in this context?
To represent, like, or be a figurehead of America or the U.S. government when everything they've done, which you're like, what have they done? Just pick an article on Wikipedia and start reading. And yeah, understandable. Of like, why would you want to be at the front of this? Like, when after everything they've done, and Sam Wilson has which again, the Falcon and Winter Soldier miniseries, he talked about where it's like he can't do anything about what they've done, but we can work on now. He can work on what we do tomorrow. And that's why he took on the role. I was just reading IGN's review of this movie, and it was actually I was being able to skim it literally moments before we started recording this podcast because I do my homework. And it was basically giving a really good way of saying that this movie kind of is a big mixing pot of all the other Marvel movies, loose ends that you may or may not have watched. I think this movie acknowledges you probably didn't watch Eternals, but it's going to at least hold your hand and get you up to date of what you need to know before you watch this movie. Because as you can even see in the trailer, there is the giant hand sticking out of the Indian Ocean that only makes sense if you've seen the Eternals movie, which no fault to anyone if you haven't. I watched it, and I could not tell you anything about that movie except that there's a giant hand sticking out of the Indian Ocean, and that's about where we're at. And this movie might be the first Marvel movie to actually talk about that, because no other Marvel movie has acknowledged that the Eternals even happened, which kind of makes sense because Marvel has been all over the place since Endgame because Marvel has been trying to find their footing.
I will forever love Thanos, okay? Forever love Thanos. He is my favorite villain. Me personally, I think the whole Brave New World title is just purely lip service because there's nothing that Marvel does. I love Marvel. We all know this. But there's nothing that Marvel does that's fucking new. There's nothing. We've seen it. We've seen iterations of it before. We've seen versions of it before. We've seen it.
Captain America: Brave New World. I'm happy for the people that enjoyed the movie with the solid 50% rating. I'm sorry for anybody who thought it was going to be another Endgame. I don't know why you would think that.
It's on track for 90 million in the first weekend. So.
Oh yeah, I saw 100 million already for this weekend. Yeah,
it's on track for it. So regardless
for you, Valentine's lovebirds.
Right. So regardless of whatever else, you think about the premise or what Marvel's done well and what they haven't done well with this, it's a money maker for them, and all of their movies are going to be money makers. But it's just, will it break even or will they see a profit?
Let us know what you think down there, in the comments section.
Sorry. It's our opinions on their opinions. That's it.
It's our opinions about other people's opinions. Let us know what your opinions are about our opinions, about the other people's opinions, about Captain America: Brave New World and the future of Marvel. As you're hitting the like, as you're hitting the subscribe with a thank you from us. Let us know what you think about this movie. Did you see it? Are you going to see it? Are you not going to see it? What movies are you excited about? What's going to be going on with Marvel? Let us know how you think about it. Where your feels are. We'll see you guys next time here on Critic Box.